guys, welcome, like, subscribe, hype, tell a friend.
Yeah, so now we're on 5.
Yeah, now we're on 5. And basically, there's like, all the silly stuff in the beginning, like JC. Oh, that's their celebrity name. Jesse and Lacey. JC. I did it.
She would probably go, Lacey. It's just Lacey because she's the alpha.
Yeah.
And then she'd be like, what? It's the C. That's you, Jesse. So it's just her name?
That's funny.
So he's wearing her big yellow feathery hat. Then we go to Jason and your MILF's house, Janet.
No,
Mike called Janet a MILF.
Yeah.
I did. Sue me. I don't like her. I'm just saying. No, they're the MILFs now. It's in my notes. I've been waiting the whole episode of us to tell you guys that.
To tell us that Janet's a MILF?
When this group is together, these ladies, they're the MILFs. I'm gonna be like, oh, the MILFs went out and did Pilates. Oh, when the MILFs went to lunch. Sorry.
Well, anyway, they're talking about whether they're having another kid or moving or whatever, and then we land up.
Do both. Far away. You should move. You're going to need a bigger house.
Do they need to be procreating? Maybe just move.
If you just move, I don't care what you do. Start your own church for all I care.
Then we land on Michelle and Nia, Isabella, and Asher at the gymnastics class. And this is where we start to like learn even more about Michelle. And she opens up about how her dad had undiagnosed, but like mental health issues. And I also think part of why you were bringing this up last episode, she's obviously very like rigid and regimented because she grew up as an athlete. But I also think when a parent leaves in a traumatic way, and it sounded like how her dad left a real indelible mark on her. Is that the right word to use? Doesn't matter. I'm using it.
They don't know.
Yeah, nobody knows. One of my better inventions. You don't know.
You don't know.
It's so fluid. It goes through so many things. I would imagine that would make you as a kid, because she was old enough to be aware that like, oh, my parents aren't getting divorced because they don't love each other. It's because he feels like he's not a safe person to be around anymore. And and I think she's an only child, right?
Yeah.
So it was just her and her mom. And I think that's got to wake you up in a way that you're like, oh, we're on our own.
Yeah.
Like I remember when my mom dropped me off at college and my dad didn't go because, as my dad would say, I was working, candy ass, so I could afford to put you through that goddamn expensive college. Anyway, I remember she walked out of my dorm room and I just sat on my bed and I was like, just me for the rest of my life. Like I just felt
I was like, losers. And my dad dropped me off in Santa Barbara, and he was like, I don't think he even really realized that's where we were going, or that's where I had chosen to go. And because your mom pretty much just like handles all this stuff and gets you all ready and whatever. And my dad got there and was like, what the hell is this? Because I literally live on the beach, like on a cliff, to where you jump off the balcony, you land in the ocean. There's a hot tub in the back. There's parties going on. I lived on Del Playa and Isla Vista. Like
your dad probably
had no idea what the is this place.
And can I pull a Rodney Dangerfield?
Yeah, how much
Come back
is this
to school?
place?
Can I enroll?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't go to college. I'm a dumb kid.
Loser.
I went to junior college for a little bit, only because I joined the music program. I didn't have access to like a piano or any guitars or anything, so it's literally the only reason I went to junior college.
I feel like that's the way. I mean, I feel like that's way. Like I didn't finish college.
Yeah, I didn't know you could. I'm kidding.
I think that what you did is way more respectable today. Like nobody likes to go to college anymore.
Yeah, no. I also knew I was coming to Hollywood to be a degenerate, and you don't need to go to college to come to Hollywood.
Well, I'm going to say this. I loved my program. I wanted to be there, and I did want to leave early because I wanted to come to LA. And my parents were like, absolutely not. You are getting your goddamn degree. And I am so happy that I got it, but nobody cares. No, not one person cares, but I care.
Yeah.
Meant something to me.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. Like, there's so many kids who jump off the bus from film school or college, and they're like, I went to college. I'm going to be a director. I'm like, yeah, not today, buddy. Go take that van and get us some lunch. Tell kids all the time, like, don't go to college. Just come here. For anybody listening, if you want to work in entertainment. If you want to work in entertainment, specifically, if you want to be an actor, go to acting school.
I was just going to say that
that's
one
a different
caveat.
thing.
Nothing chaps my hide more than someone who just like, yes, love it, have this passion for it, but respect it, train to do it. Doesn't mean you have to go to college to do it. There's so many great teachers and classes, but like,
yeah, acting is the one caveat here where you got to learn some shit. The rest of the things, you learn it by doing it. And college will let you do it, but you're only going to meet people. You could come out here, you could meet people, you could learn stuff, and then you could get paid. Not a lot for a while, but you can get paid instead of paying some other dipshit. Don't go to college, come out here. Anyways, people have it all the time. But then it's the funniest thing. People are like, oh, I went to college and I shouldn't have, and I didn't go to college. And there's so many days where I'm like, I wish I had that experience. Because like that's people like, oh, you like college sports, and I hate college sports. But I'm like, only because I think I don't have like I do now, like I've adopted OU as my school, and like, because now he's the family and dads are coaches, whatever. But I never had that like, this is my team, this is my school, like school pride and all of that stuff. I
went to a city school, so like they canceled the football team because it didn't make the school money, and that's good business. But like there was you weren't going to sporting things. Like I remember I went to go visit my girlfriend who went to Penn State, and she took me to the Penn State stuff, and I was just like, we are in different universes. She was in college.
Yeah.
I was like at a club all the time. Granted, I also was in school all the time. I was really burning the candle at both ends there for my first year.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the valley. So we learn all that stuff about Michelle, her family, and her dad. And then Michelle invites Nia, or tells her about the trip that they're all going to do to San Diego.
Is that where you go when you have no budget? You can't take your cast we're going to San Diego.
What about Santa B? Bring them to Ojai, Paso Robles.
That's what that's where Jesse took them.
All those places are so expensive.
That's how you know that like those two were never going to make
it.
Is that Michelle's trip is to San Diego, and Jesse did take them to some like dope Spanish
like
house
in Ohio
or well, I think they were in Santa Barbara. I think they were in Montecito.
Oh, you're right. I think they were in Santa B.
That's Jesse, bankruptcy. Michelle will be paying for what's her face's college.
Isabella.
Yeah.
I think Lacey's going to be paying for everyone.
At this rate. The next scene up is when Luke, Kristen, and Brittany go to Sugared, and Zack go to Sugared and Bronze to get sugared and bronzed. And
I just went there. I just got a subscription to there.
You did?
I didn't even know that that's what it was.
I didn't even know that.
Wait, what are you going to get?
Spray tans? Yeah, because I did not go in the sun. I'm so pale.
What was that?
I like hit.
Oh.
Yeah, it hit my glasses.
I went to do it for Palm Springs, and then I realized like I would like to do this every month. You know why? Because I saw a meme. No, I saw a reel or something, and it was just basically like a girl being like, "Oh, I'm this, that," and my friend just told me she's this, that, and this, that, and all these like things of depression and like things aren't going well and whatever. And she said, so I just looked at her and said, have you tried a spray tan? And like, I realized that like you do feel when you are like glowy and bronze.
Totally.
There's something very alive about it. And
it's wonderful.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm going to do this. You do it for 3 months minimum. So I was like, if I don't use it for 3 months, then I'll quit. But I would like to go once or twice a month and get a spray tan and feel better and feel alive.
Yeah. Listen, I will say this. When you came back from that spray tan, like I'm...
You didn't know how it worked.
How does it work?
Oh, like the activating thing. Is that what you're talking about? Oh, I didn't know
you
that.
got to leave. It's really dark but then you leave that on for however many hours and then you shower and that film comes off of you. But he saw me basically looking like I had just like come back. I was like Magda.
Oh, I was just going to say like a George Hamilton.
Yeah, exactly. And he was like, and I'm like, it's going to wash off. It's like setting and activate or whatever.
I've never, I'll be honest, I don't think I've seen a spray tan or a tanning product that I've been like, oh, that's fantastic. Just not for me. I'm always like, cool, man. I choose skin cancer. I take this, like what that it's always weird and blotchy and like, I don't know. But that one was like, well, after it settled. And then I remember watching Zack, same thing. I didn't know you got the same one, but now I'm looking back.
Zack gets abs painted on.
But it looked like at the party, I was like, dude,
they've come a long way.
It looks like like a perfectly lightly gold, like it looks like a perfect tan.
Well, a person does it.
No, I know.
Oh,
but
okay.
before it's always like, it must be that like either the artists have gotten better, the spray's gotten better,
I think
the
both.
product has
Yeah.
gotten better. Yeah, it's guns, whatever. Like, but it looked really good. It's the first time I've seen one and been like, that doesn't look weird to me at all. It looks like it only looks weird because it's like
Because you're so used to me just being so pale.
no, well, that, but it only looks weird because it's perfect. It's like a perfect everywhere thing.
Sugar and bronze. You want to sponsor?
Shit,
Well, yeah, I
it's
would
really
like to
great.
go. I have a new experience because when I was doing estate management, I had never gotten one and haven't gotten one since. And so that's why I don't even really know what the process is.
Yeah.
But the person I worked for was getting one and they were like, oh, do you want to get one? And I was like, if you're paying, you buy, I'll fly. Like,
Yeah.
sure, let's try it. And I did it. And the next day, and this would happen to me. Like I always say, the fine print is written for me in the best ways and in the worst ways. I was so itchy. I scratched my legs till I bled. Like I was out of my skin, uncomfortable. So
Oh
I don't
my
know if like
God.
I'm allergic
Yeah.
to what's in there, or if it was just like, and again, this is what, at least 10, 12 years ago. So maybe things are different now, or maybe I screwed it up. But I had a real bad reaction.
No, I could see that. I mean, it is a chemical that they're like.
Yeah.
I mean, I
But
don't
I'm
know what it
curious
is,
if I
but,
tried
you
it
know.
again, like what the thing was. But anyway, so in the scene, they're kind of just talking about like what Kristen's frustrations with Luke are. That's like the meat and the potatoes of it. And I do think that Zack gives very good advice.
I know.
And when he came in and was just like, listen, all of that can be true, that, you know, you're feeling like not respected and he's not hearing you, whatever, but also you're, you know, it's like the reverse of those memes those videos you see on Instagram where like someone finally meets like their dream guy and they're like, oh, this person's healing something that they didn't break. And I think Leah said that about Miguel.
Yeah.
Which is so sweet.
I know.
It's like the reverse of that. Like she's making Luke pay for shit that he didn't do.
Yeah.
I do think when they get into therapy, hopefully there will be a shift, because I do think they are a good couple. Like I think he likes her brand of crazy. I think his energy balances her and makes her a better person.
Yeah.
And they have a kid.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what I want to say because
Just
everyone's
say
going to be
it.
mean to me.
I know what you're
No
going to
one's
say.
gonna be
What am
mad
I gonna
to
say?
you.
Are you going to say something about Brittany?
Oh, well, yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about now. Brittany's trash. That's fine. It is true. Nobody argued with me. And so,
He was waiting for someone to push back, and y'all didn't.
no.
No, in fact, everyone was like, I agree.
Yeah,
Thanks for
no,
saying it.
what
Like,
Yeah.
someone
he
had to say
said,
it.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And then the butthole thing, I was just like, bro, barf.
It is a lot.
But that being said, stick around, like and subscribe. I'm going to defend her later on.
I like that Zack actually really gives a shit, because I have to tell you, the amount of work that he puts into listening and like talking those things out and coming up, like clearly he's been thinking about it on his drive at his house while he's making a sandwich, like while he's doing his GLP shots, whatever. Like it's very generous of him to spend that much time, because this isn't one time. This is like the 10th time probably just this season he's done it. Like he does it all the time. He really cares about getting Brittany and Kristen where they need to go, you know? And it's really, really nice.
And he's so emotionally mature and
Yeah.
he gives great advice and it's thoughtful. And I Zack, that's why I say he's the best friend we all deserve.
yeah.
Who was he talking to at the end? Luke? Was it Luke?
At the end of the episode?
Yeah. I mean, he talked to a bunch of people. I know he talked to Janet,
Yeah,
but
it
like,
was him and Luke. But don't jump around.
I'm not. I just, but it's in
Jumping.
this vein of like, we always talk about these. Oh, it was on the call sheet. It was on the call sheet. Oh, the scene was on the call. They had to talk about. They got together at the thing because they had to talk about the thing that happened at the thing, right? Like it was a reality TV show. Luke is having so many of these moments where I'm like, that's real. Like you're having a real moment right now. You, like you said, you're really thought about this. You were considerate. You are like this. You have a concern about this person. If the cameras weren't here, I feel like this conversation would be happening in the
You would have
exact
scheduled it. You would have been
same-
like, coffee on this day.
Yeah.
I'll meet you here. And then you would have
Yeah.
been like, here's what I want to talk to you about.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
like you
his
just
relationship
happen
with
to
Luke.
be on a
Oh,
TV
yeah, yeah.
show.
Love.
But he's doing with everything. Like he just seems like if he's got you, he's got you.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
it doesn't matter if there's a camera or not. He's got you, and he's a Timmy. He's a
Yeah.
Timmy. You gotta listen. He's gonna piss you off and say some shit. Where you're gonna be like,
He's
"Fuck
the
you,
gay
dude."
Timmy.
He's a gay Timmy.
Oh my
Timmy's
He's the
lovely.
gimme.
Yeah, but like
yeah,
he's
they
a.
have like the same hair, kind of
Mm,
like similar, like obviously Timmy doesn't landscape like
Zach's
Zach
hair's
does.
looking great this season. He
Yeah, no,
finally
it
nailed
is.
it.
It is
doing
like really
good.
good. Whenever Zach walks in with someone, like in the last episode, Zach walks in, he'll walk in with Jesse somewhere. And I'm like, oh, I love that they do things together
Yeah.
on their own. I didn't realize they had that relationship. When he walks in with Schwartz somewhere, I love that Schwartz and Zach are hanging out. Like
too.
he really does put a shine on people that like, you could already like him or you could be like kind of on the fence about them. But then when you see Zach with them, you're like, Zach is such a quality friend. He's not wasting his quality time with people that like that there's not something fantastic about, you know?
Agreed. And I think something you always say is happening with Zach right now. You know how you're like, when one of the housewives or like when someone on any of these shows is acting so out of character or
Yeah.
just like really off the rails, you're like, what's going on at home?
Yeah.
And then also the flip side of that, like there are people that have been so just like
Yeah.
absolutely crazy. And then they get in a good relationship and all of a sudden you see that part of them that was always triggered is just pretty bird.
Yeah.
It's just been calm.
Yeah.
And I feel like Benji has done that to Zach.
That had to be. I didn't even connect those two. That has to be it.
Yeah, because he's had such a maturation in a really great way. He's still Zach. He'll still pop off. He'll still tell you what time it is, but he, I think, has leveled up since
Yeah.
Benji has been more of like a mainstay in his life.
Yeah.
Up next, we've got Mike's, oh God, I don't want to say that.
What?
Mike's MILFs. That's terrible. He wants that on a shirt. That's vommy.
No, I'm only
Mike's
doing
Mills,
it if
and
like
it's them in their yoga outfits. Oh,
They're at
yeah.
Pilates. Lala says to Janet, I think you need like the olive branch here. It's like you got to go get a little sloshed with Zach. You have to like build that bridge first, which I do think is good advice. I think Zach, because like we were just saying, if Zach rides for you, he really rides for
Yeah.
you. So if he could mend that, if she could mend that friendship, he could be the
bridge
to getting
everyone.
her back
Yeah.
in with everyone. I
don't want him to.
don't either. And I am an empathetic human being. I am finding it, I'm really struggling
Yeah.
with having empathy for her. Not that, listen, I don't want her to feel sad and be crying every episode of, that's not what I mean. I just mean like, I can't get a toehold in to be like, oh, okay, I see you. I understand. I get why you are this way. That makes sense. That I see a vulnerable side as something, anything. Like how I saw Jesse became friends with the squirrel. I'm like, that's interesting to
Yeah.
me. I like people that like animals. Like there's been a shift in him. In the 3 seasons that we've seen Janet on our screens, for me, I have not seen a shift in her. And specifically this season, I'm just not buying the shift that she's trying to sell us.
Every single thing that she is doing is so clearly, obviously, anyone try to argue with me like you won't be able, it's impossible. Well, you will not convince me. Everything that she's doing is all about, because she keeps leading with, just want to be in the same room, just want to be cordial, just what does fun look like to you? It's not about her. It's not about her friendships. She just wants to stay on the show. Like that, she wants work to not be a total nightmare every day that she's gonna walk into and like basically be the person that has to like sit on the other side of the room. That's it.
And they're totally linked because staying in the group means staying on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, I agree 100%, which makes it, I think this is the first time Janet has actually been real and is actually genuine about a change that she wants to make.
She's not saying that. Well, I'm just clocking that.
Saying what?
I just want to be on the show.
No, but she's saying
I
I
would
want
kind
to.
of love that actually. If she said, I just want to be on the show,
Then
I'd
I would be like, girl, I
I
get
want to
you.
be on the show too.
Sounds great.
No, she's saying I want to be in the friend group. Like she's getting kicked out of the group,
Yeah.
which means she's getting kicked out of the show. They're one and the same. So I'm just saying, like, I think this is the first genuine change that Janet is making because the consequence is I'm off the show. What I'm saying is I think she is being genuine. I think this is the first time you are seeing an actual true change from Janet being crazy Janet for however many years. Now doing something that really means something to her. It's dumb and psychotic and you're an idiot and nobody wants you on the show. But this is real. This is the first real thing.
That every time she makes, it's like, I remember my mom used to always say when I was a kid, like, I would do something or whatever. She's like, Corky, you just took, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. That you're not moving this forward.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what Janet does every time she opens her mouth. Like she talks in the scene how she's going to throw this game night, right?
Yeah.
And she's going to extend the olive branch or she's going to think about inviting Nia and Danny. And it's like, when I don't want to jump ahead, but when we get there, it's just like, I find in every scene, she's either saying she wants to make amends, but then when she gets to the scene where she wants to apologize or wants to dive in, she takes 2 steps forward, 3 steps back.
Yeah.
Where she says, I apologize, but where's the apology? You owe me.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not how it works, girl. Say, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was a shithead. I shouldn't have said the essay stuff about you.
I just wish
Or
that she'd
whatever.
say that, like, I'm new to this. You guys have all been kind of doing this show shit for like however long. Like, I'm new. I'm trying to like bring everything out. I thought we were being like, we're laying it all on the table. And like, there's some things that like just don't need to be on the table. And like I wish that she would actually like, and everyone, I hate it when they break the fourth wall because it's like, we already know. And like, I don't want, because then you know that they know that there's fans around. And like, I'm trying to keep these people as real as possible. But in Janet's specific thing, because she was one of the people, aside from Jesse Lawley, but who Jesse Lawley had a binder apparently of like, here's what we're going to do today. Like he'd really prepped for this too. But Janet is the one that had never really done this before. And I just kind of wish that she would say something along the lines of that. She doesn't even have to say, she just has to say that she has this is all brand new to her. This is a brand new face for her. Clothe it however you want in the words, but like I made some mistakes, and like I got the pleasure of watching it all back on screen, and it wasn't good. And like, please, I would love a second chance to like. We were friends before, you know, like you were friends with me for a long time before, like when I wasn't on television, because I truly think that Janet is only the asshole that she is. In like at the level that it is, because I understand that that's inside you somewhere, you know. But like, I really think that TV has just been the worst thing to ever happen to someone like Janet. She's just one of those people that like blew it.
Yeah, it's just maybe not the right gig for you.
Because they were all friends with her for many years. Even Kristen, they were friends before the show.
But also, there's the rumor that she like infiltrated, and like, so if that's true, then of course she's going to be the coolest, sweetest, like,
and that's true, but that was a very long stretch of time. And I hate this because I had already been thinking this, but then she even said it. Like, I feel like when Nick Viall kind of asked her about that, I think she said something like, yeah, I guess for 7 years, had a good run, really tricked them, you know, like that was a really long stretch of time to like.
I didn't buy that because I do think, like, I know this girl who works with a lot of very famous people, right? And she treats everybody who is in that category so like they're the Pope, right?
Yeah.
Like so perfectly. But if you are not that person, if you don't have money, power, or prestige, you are the dirt on the bottom of her shoe.
Yeah.
And
that makes sense. I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I do see Janet. I'm not saying she did this, but I feel like she is capable of really playing the long game.
Yeah.
And wanting to just put them on a pedestal and be the best friend, show up in the best way. And also, I do think being on a show, this is like being under a magnifying glass.
Yeah.
So maybe you had all of these qualities before, but you're not living up each other's asses the way you are when you're on a show. You're not doing the confessionals. You're not reliving all of it in the after shows. You're not doing reunions. You're not reading tweets and Instagram shit after the show has wrapped. So I just think it is the perfect storm for someone like Janet. And I'm just still not there with her in feeling that any of this is, it still feels performative. It
Definitely.
still feels that she's not, I think she's moved the needle a little bit just for her to even say some of the things she said. But like, when she says like, you know, I realize like I don't always need to be right, but like I think she thinks in her mind, but I am right. Like I just don't need to say it.
No, totally.
She hasn't changed my mind about her yet.
No, she hasn't, because like I said, every scene you realize that like just by the way that she keeps saying, if we could just be in the same room together, it's like if for your friends, we don't need to be in the same, like if you're my friend, we're going to be in the same room together. But if you're not my friend, then we don't need to be in the same room together. And like, I know that like, I obviously work from home. So like, I don't have to I mean, I've always really gotten along with pretty much everyone I've ever worked with. But like, I understand that like that would be a thing. Like you do have to spend time with people that like aren't your best friends, but like this is a show about friends. You got on the show because you were friends with everyone, and now you're just not. So like, I just think she should be friend of. Like I think she should be friend of. She clearly hangs out with half of them, but the other half, not only do they not want to be in the same room with her, they don't want anything to do with her. They want her to disappear. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I feel like Luke is the only one. Even Lala and Michelle, I don't know. I feel like they're just being forced to do scenes with her.
I think Lala actually likes her. I think Michelle is very like, oh, we're doing this, or she's, she's nice to me, or I don't have an issue with her right now. I think that for some reason, Lala hasn't gotten with the program with this. And maybe, again, Lala is very alpha. She is very, even though this is her first season on the show, she comes in as like a force to be reckoned with, right? Like, she's in a scene. And I think that Janet probably wants to sidle up next to that and be real nice to that
definitely.
girl. Because
and what you were just saying about like how you treat certain people, like if they are on a show or they are like in this industry, in a circle or whatever, you are like up their ass and like just doing everything for them. Lala, you would take that to the even nth degree because she's an alpha on top of all of that. Yeah. So you're really like, I truly feel like one day Lala has looked out her window and saw Janet in her driveway washing her car, just like out of nowhere because she was in the neighborhood. Like we've talked about that kind of thing before, but now I'm like convinced that something like that has happened with Lala and Janet.
This is Hoferth, my boss and one of my best friends. There are people in life that are long game people. And they started planning their lives when they were 18, 19 years old. And now they are set. Like they did it right? I am not that guy. I'm dreamer guy. It'll happen one day. Janet and Jason, someone who went to law school. Like law school is you got to go to college for 4 years and then it's 3 years of law school, right?
Mm-hmm. And all your summers interning and then LSATs and all of it.
That's 7 years.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's long term, right? That's a long-term goal. I want to be a lawyer. 7 years later, you get to be a junior attorney at some bullshit for whatever, unless you're really good. Whatever. But like you're starting at the bottom, wherever you're starting, and then you're long gaming it to the top. I don't know why this is so stupid, but like that 7 year number with Janet being like, oh yeah, 7 years, I guess it would. Well, if you're a total Looney Tunes psycho who's playing a long game to completely change your life for the better and be famous and have money and do whatever forever, 7 years is nothing.
No, totally.
That's school.
I know.
Yeah.
You know?
It's just, I guess what I was trying to say about that is that it's not like they're an easy group, like they're more dramatic than the most circle of friends around here.
They're like Harvard Law
It
School.
feels like she would have gotten caught up in something. And maybe she did. Maybe there have been ebbs and flows with her and the girls. I really don't know. I just mean like it's been a long time since she did the actual infiltrating, that's all.
Totally. And she might have been doing some of the same stuff-ish, but like she wasn't in the confessionals and people weren't hearing what she was saying.
And nobody were asking her about.
That's right.
Because somebody else had a confessional and then that's right. So you haven't been held to account.
Microphone catching everything.
Yeah, I think she's of service to Lala. And then for her and Michelle, I feel like Janet is probably Michelle's funny friend. Like she probably because Janet's probably just kind of cuts, and just like talk shit. And because Michelle seems like she'd be like, oh my God, Janet. Like it just, because Michelle doesn't really talk. I'm sure she talks shit, but like, I feel like Janet makes a meal out of talking shit. And I think Michelle probably just gets a kick out of it,
Yeah.
So I don't know. Everybody has different,
In that regard, Michelle does seem to be surrounding herself with people that are maybe someone that she wishes she had a little more of.
Yeah,
a little more of.
Yeah.
The next scene up is Lacey and Isabella and Jesse.
New favorite, number one person on this show.
Knew it.
Lacey.
Oh, because she's a doomsdayer?
Hell yeah.
I was like, well, there goes Mike.
Oh yeah, no, we're done. Love her. I need to know about the bunker. I need to know what supplies you're getting. We need to compare notes. Also, I like how she is like, don't tell her to dance for me. She's not a circus. Like all of that. I was like, oh yeah, we're friends. I'm and then the fact that Jesse's just taking it, I'm like, all right, bro, now I'm even liking you more because you're like, you understand kind of what you got here, and you're like,
that's the most fascinating part about
shut
her.
up and do shut up and listen, bro. Austin. So my friend at work, his fiance is like so smart and so genius and works at Nike. And like every year they're like, do you want to take over this division? Like she's just getting promoted.
We're giving you Nike.
Yeah. Like literally she's going to be running Nike one day. And she keeps getting these like up for these jobs where they're like, oh, we have this job. And she'll be like, yeah. And then she's been there for a time. Like they're like, oh shit, we want you, but you make more and you're more talented and skilled than like 2 bosses above you in this division. So they're creating all these new things. So like, and Austin just left AGT. He's like in a month, he's done. And we were joking today because he's like, dude, I got to learn how to do laundry and like all. I'm like, the yeah, you do. You better learn dry cleaning, how to do silk. Like you better have that shit. So I'm texting you every day at 4 o'clock and be like, bitch, are your chores done?
He's going to be a stay-at-home dad?
Yeah, totally. Because even Hover was like, wait, you're going to be a
that.
stay-at-home? He still has like other jobs that he'll do. Like he works for the NHL and like whatever. But the rest of the time, Hover's like, yeah, what are you? You're a stay-at-home dad? I'm like, yeah, he is.
How many kids do they have?
None.
Oh.
They're just got engaged.
Oh.
So like they're young.
I thought you said stay-at-home dad for a second.
I mean, because I thought, are they going to have kids?
Like, yeah, they want to.
Okay.
But they might move to Portland. But basically, the point is,
they might move where?
Portland or up there somewhere.
Okay.
And they have a plan. They're smart.
that like?
They're long-term people. They have long-term goals.
Long-term.
But anyway, say like Jesse's in that same mode of like, and then Austin is like, I don't dummy, dude. Like, I locked down a solid one. I'm going to do whatever the she tells me to do.
Okay,
like, good kid.
Up next, we've got Janet's game night party or whatever. And really the nuts and bolts of this is after they have their games and they're talking about how, Lala's like, Janet, I don't think you understand. Zack is still big mad. He's not a little mad, big mad.
Yeah. And
this is where you see she can't control herself. It's like the Hulk. Like it just has to come out where she's like, I have apologized. And I can't even just talk about what he actually did. And it's just like, if you've apologized and forgiven him and let it go and all these things, like you're still just so reactive to all of it. And then that triggers Brittany. And then she starts crying because she realizes like, oh my God, wait, the Hulk came out and it scared everyone again. And I don't want to lose my friends. And she even says like, I think this is going to make me lose all you guys. And I actually don't think she's wrong.
No, I think that's the smartest thing she's ever said out loud.
Yeah, I totally concur.
Yeah, because she's not dumb. She just thinks she can outmaneuver things, and she just can't. But if you just like played life like a normal person, you would be smarter than half the people that are surrounded.
She's not dumb, but she ain't that smart.
Yeah,
and so
you're not as smart as you think.
That's the problem.
Yeah, you can't game reality TV. You just can't. You can for like a minute, and then but I feel like the come down is so much harder.
There's no ways.
Yeah,
and it's not worth it. Just show up. Be who you are, good, bad, and ugly. And like your people will find you. You'll find your people. You'll have good seasons. You'll have rocky seasons. But like, if you just stay true to who you are, I just think that's the best way to come out on top. Unless you're a monster, then there is no top. But then you'll just be a supreme villain.
That's kind of what Zack basically said. Like when you take someone down, like you want to eviscerate them. And like, that's not fun.
Why would I want to be friends with that? Like, how am I gonna... Well, that gets us in then to our last scene, which is Brittany's pool party, which is where they start having these conversations, and it is. I did think that like there was good stuff to this last scene because I feel like there were real conversations that were had, but they kind of come at the end. So first Luke's socks. Oh God, those socks.
Why did he wear that?
I don't know.
Those are like compression socks for elderly people.
Yeah,
those are pants. If you're going to pop your pants.
How great when Luke is like, maybe that's why you're not getting laid.
Yeah. 100%.
It's not the hormones, it's the high socks.
Yeah, no,
I was like, that was great.
That's definitely why.
Luke just like kind of makes the throwaway comment, planting the seed for their later conversation of like, got a bunch of text messages this morning, man. Everything okay? They obviously, Luke and Kristen had a rough morning before they showed up.
Was Luke wearing the same t-shirt this whole episode? Like, I feel like this episode lasted multiple days, and I feel like this dude was in the same t-shirt.
I gotta be honest, I didn't really watch this episode that well. I mean, I listened to most of it. Like, I was editing all day, and I had like an hour to take a shower. And
wait, I love that you're like we're saying like, how dare you? You're like, I was editing all day, get off my back. It's okay.
This is all Amanda Batula and Wes Wilson's fault. I'm not even joking you because that's why we're getting all of our screeners late.
It really is. I got to work today, where we had a Zoom at 9 o'clock that I did at home before I went in. But we filmed till so late last night, and then I'm just so tired. And I walked in and I saw Meg, who I've talked about for the new people. She works with us. She works on the show and also watches Bravo. But she was like, I don't know, said something. I'm like, dude, Amanda and Wes are ruining my life.
Yeah.
They're ruining my life. They're making me late to work. Like, I can't. You guys, man. I'm going to get fired because of Wes and Amanda.
4 other things
West
happened today
TV.
that I was like, if we get through these, we're going to do a mini scam. Because that's how they're pumping this shit out. Pumping it out.
Oh, wait, what? A mini
Like there's just
A mini
more,
scamandal.
yeah. There's just like more things about Wes and more like just some stuff about his Ozark stuff. Like there are more headlines out that we could do literally 45-minute show that actually people are watching. No one's watching our Valley recaps. No one's watching our Soho recaps. All they want to watch is Summer House and Scamandal.
And Summer House.
Yeah, and Summer House.
The interesting thing that happens next, though, in the scene is Lala, Michelle, and Jasmine are talking about Janet. And Lala brings up the thing that I think Brittany said the night before, just saying, there's this hive mentality. And Janet's like, no, there isn't. Like,
Not Janet. Janet isn't.
Jasmine, sorry. Jasmine's like, I was out on her. I don't need a swath of people to also be out on her. Yes, does it strengthen my argument? Sure. But like, I don't need that. And I do really wonder, are they going to end, is it inevitable that Janet is going to turn on Lala and Lala will be like, oh, this is what y'all were talking about with this girl? Or will they stay friends? Like, I can't figure that one out.
Thrown into that question is the scenes from the next or later, whenever it is. But like when Lala and Danny are into it.
Yeah.
If Lala and Danny, if that's a real thing.
Oh, that's only going to make them closer.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, then no. Like, that's going to, it's going to make us closer. But like, I'm not sure 100% where we are. But I
We're at
just
the
want to
pool
make
party.
sure that we don't pass up the greatest line ever said. Maybe not greatest, but have you ever heard Overreap?
Overreap. It was
that was
Dude,
cute.
I was like, I never heard Overreap, and everyone's like, sack up, man, nut up, and everyone's like, why's it got to be about nuts? I don't know, but
Patriarchy.
well, fine, but like the ovaries have been there just the same amount of time as the nuts. So
No, but the nuts are like the oh God, don't touch my nuts.
listen,
You breathe
you're
fire.
100%
Yeah,
right,
it's really
which
weird
is
that-
like, how come no one came up with ovary up then? Like, that makes perfect sense, and I've not heard it in all of my 37 and a half years.
Well, I love that you're on my train. I
yeah,
mean, I'm
no.
27 and a half.
Yeah, I'm a
but-
little bit older than you.
Yeah.
But, you know, just the age train.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and more mature. Yeah, no, I just thought it was super, and I'm not even trying to blow smoke up the chick's ovaries. I literally, genuinely was like, yes, that's a good one.
Yeah,
That's
that
a good
was-
one.
it was
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
It was very Lala coded.
It was
Yeah,
so Lala
so
coded,
Lala.
but so
Yeah.
perfect. It was perfect. Like,
Yeah.
it was perfect. I can imagine her seeing like nut up forever, and then one day just being like, you know what? I'm saying nut up anymore. Fucking over it. Like, you know, like just the
I
realization.
know.
is
Unfortunately,
over it.
I'll never use it. It
It's
it
too
a
doesn't
little
roll
much,
off.
but it's also
Anatomically
great.
graphic for Natalie.
Yeah.
So the next moment is when Zack grabs Luke to have their conversation. We kind of talked about this earlier, but Zack's just coming in with some great advice yet again. I think Luke was also walking a very good line of not like totally shit canning Kristen and just saying, I know we're in a phase, like I want to get into therapy. She agreed. We're going to go. Like he's in it with, or at least that's what he's portraying on the show.
No, I believe if unless he's literally portraying it every other freaking episode, like that's a lot of work. It still should be
Yeah.
applauded.
No, I
Totally.
think
So good
he
info.
is. Did he say? He said he was the one. I don't know if it's in his interview, but he said Kristen is the type that's like, we don't need therapy. We should be able to talk normally and have good community. Like, she's the type of person that is like, if we're a couple, we should be able to figure it out and talk. And I'm not saying this is right, but she's that kind of like, if we're having so many problems that we need to go to a therapist, we're probably not right for each other. I think that's what he said about her. And that I can totally relate to. I am 100% that person.
You
of
wouldn't go
like,
to therapy?
I would, but I mean, we've talked about it a bunch, and we've never gone. And neither of us are opposed to it. But I'm also that like, for myself personally, I should go to a therapist a bazillion percent.
Yeah.
But I
no,
don't.
I mean, everyone should. I don't mean that specific to you.
Seemed a little specific.
I'd win.
But like, I'm also that like, no, I'll figure it out myself. I can figure it out with everything. Like, no, I'll figure it
I
out.
don't want to figure it out myself. There's 8 billion people on
I
the
want
planet.
to, though.
Help me.
Yeah, I want to figure it out myself. My brother, maybe it's my mom because it's because my brother, when he was little, right when he was learning how to like talk and form sentences, I'm an older brother. You're supposed to pick on your little brother. That's what we're here for. But he would be like, and I'd be like just make fun of him or whatever. And he would be like, and then I would
Can
try
we
to
keep that? Like, is that a thing that gets kept?
I don't know. It wasn't that kind of thing. It was like he would just like stutter or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, you can take it out if you want. Anyways, he would like struggle with his like putting a sentence together because he's just learning how to talk. And we would give him a little guff about it. And then we would eventually be like, are you trying to say this? Are you trying to say that? And he would always come back with, let me use my own words. I want to use my own words. Like that was his comeback. So I think him and I are very similar in that way of like, no, we'll do it ourselves.
Oh my God. When my brother was little, he would always say, I do it my own self.
Yeah, so I do it my own self. So it's like, I get that of like, we're not going to therapy. We should, we've been together 16 years. We should be able to figure it out. And listen, we are not
Don't
the great
agree with that
No,
at all.
I don't either because we
people.
just we don't like our biggest problem is that every argument that we get into, we literally leave it completely unresolved because I'll go, I think I'm talking about something completely different than what you're talking about. So that is where you get the therapist to say, I think he's saying this. And you're like, yeah, things would be so much better if literally anyone was in the room to be like, here, I think I see where the lines got crossed
so
here.
mad.
But they would always agree with me. And so you would
That's what I mean. That they would be like, he's right all the time. You'd be so mad. Read the comments. It's true.
Are you all therapists?
I'm kidding. Listen, you're not wrong. It's something, but I'm just saying, like, I relate to Kristen in that way of like, no, I get that. I get the like, I'll figure it out. Don't worry about it.
You know what? I would lose now. I wouldn't have early on, but now I'm so beaten down that I don't have any like fight in me left.
And
so
that's how you do
I
it.
am kind of an asshole sometimes now because I'm like, it doesn't really work any better the other way. So
You better not be mean.
Okay, so the last moment of this, or last scene in this pool party is when, what?
I'll take 42 seasons of the last 3 minutes of this episode.
Of Janet and Zack.
Oh, sorry.
okay,
Right
but
after
wait,
that.
but one more thing just about that Lala saying this is hive mentality. She's totally right. Like, but the thing is that I think that at least Danny, Nia, Kristen, and Luke have decided to like no means no, you know? Jasmine, you can't tell this bitch anything. So like, I believe she is like literally steering that ship on her own. Like doesn't even know who's on board. Couldn't care less. Like the police are in the La Policia
Deuces, I don't
are
like this bitch,
in
I'm out.
pursuit. Yeah. And yeah, she doesn't. So I believe her when she says like, I didn't need anybody here. But I think that the other ones I don't think that anyone has convinced anyone to do anything but stay strong on the no. Like, you all already got to the no. You all already didn't want to do this, but there is power in numbers when someone like I believe that they are icing her out, and I am happy for it to happen. I hope that it like I said, transforms into her just being a friend of, and like we just get someone new, because we are. But the other thing that you were saying earlier about, do you think that Lala is ever gonna have any beef? I think that that's almost kind of up to production. There's. Like if they want to try to stir up some shit between those two, then they will. But they're only going to do it if we have another proper villain. Because right now, as I was saying, like, I do not want Jax back on here because I don't enjoy looking at Jax. If Jax was hotter and he was an asshole, I'd be like, well, okay, he's crazy, but he's causing a lot of shit everywhere. And he's really good looking. Like but he's so disgusting, gross, oily, greasy, just like roided out. Like he's everything that he's such a turnoff. But there is not a lot going on.
He's like a walking ick.
Yeah, but there is just not a lot going on here. And I don't want Jesse to fire up, right? Like I don't want him to take. I'm liking him in this new relationship that he's in, but there's got to be someone else. So like if if they want Janet gone, then they will have to have somebody kind of filling.
Well, something's
that
going to pop
kind of
off
a
next
role.
episode. So someone might rise to the occasion of what you're saying, where it's like, oh, okay, here's the shit stirrer this season. Here's the villain this season.
Yeah.
I do also keep picking up with Janet this season. Like, I think this is also where I feel just like I'm not buying what she's selling.
Yeah.
Because Janet's not a demure person.
No.
She's not. Like, anytime she did that pearl clutching thing, I'm like, oh my God.
You just told us that you have a skin tag on a word that I. Yeah,
That's right. By your anus. Like, this is not, you ain't the one to like
No.
be putting on this act. And I just find like every time she walks into a scene this season, it's like, who's in Charlie Brown and like his friends, who's the one who's got the cloud over him all the time?
Pigpen.
Is that Pigpen?
Yeah.
The sad one. Or maybe it's maybe I'm mixing them up because you're right. Pigpen's got the cloud. But she's just like that, like,
Linus.
Yeah,
Linus.
Linus.
Thank you. That's it. It's just like always so sad, shrouded in sadness. My life's sad. Nobody wants to be with me because I'm so sad. And then just talking like this. It's like that's not who you are. Like, I feel like there's no, if no one's going to like you, then fine. Lala likes you. Michelle's hanging out with you. So go and have fun with those girls and show us your personality there. I just find everything.
No, totally. Make those scenes with Lala
Yes.
and Brittany, make them look so fun.
Yes.
And like everyone's laughing and drunk and like just like cracking jokes and like talking shit to each other. But you're wasting your time talking about all of the other
Yes.
people. And then, so now you're just a Debbie Downer.
That's what
like,
I
it's just,
mean.
yeah, it's gross.
Yes.
Yeah, she's not, maybe she's not as smart as I thought she was. In TV, you're not smart. In TV, you're not smart.
Not like the perfect example of that is literally the last minute, 22 minutes. I don't know. Can't add anymore. Like the last couple minutes, like as soon as Zack and Janet are done talking, and like I don't know what happened. Full blown time warp. Jesse runs over and is like, "You guys have been talking for 45 minutes. This is a pool party. Let's get in the pool." And jumps in the pool. And then Janet walks over to Kristen and was like, "I'm ordering a weed pen. Do you want to smoke?" And now they're smoking weed. They're jumping in the pool. Everyone's giggling. Michelle's dancing. They're chanting "make out" with Schwartz. They don't. Lala and Schwartz make out. Lala's like, this turned into, I don't know what.
Lala and Schwartz made out?
No, it was
They
like
didn't
a
make out.
peck
They
on the
kissed.
lip.
They-
Oh,
they
I
said a little
didn't even
smooch.
see that.
Because they were like
was
telling
listening.
Michelle and
My
Schwartz,
earbuds.
kiss, kiss, kiss. And then they were like,
What Mike
no.
just did with his microphone was more than what Schwartz said.
It was a literal peck, like a
It was
giggly
just-
Okay.
peck. Schwartz was in the pool and she just leaned down and pecked and they were it was nothing. But it was something. It was fun. It was like the last couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Janet and Kristen were legitimately sitting down, passing a pipe back and forth.
I know, but then Kristen was like, it's not like,
I get it.
yeah,
But
no,
my
totally.
point being is like we often talk about, and even on this show, we talked about it either. Did we do the show season 1 or just season 2? I think just season 2.
Season 2, yeah.
We talked about how normally in a reality show pitch, you're like, oh, we have this group of like 6 amazing friends and then 1 or 2 bad guys and they're going to ruin everything. And you might swap out the bad guys every few seasons, but it's like mostly good guys and all bad guy.
Yeah.
And the Valley, we were like, they're pitched 8 bad guys and 2 good guys. Let's put Danny and Nia in a group of like psychopaths and
Yeah.
see what happens. It didn't work out. Jax is gone. Janet and Jason are friends of essentially. Like, so we're weeding out these people. And then I agree. Like we're like, oh, the show's kind of boring now. Is it, Jax? Is it because there's no massive Janet drama? But then we get to the end and end of these scenes. It's like the couple episodes of Summer House this year that was just fun and flirty and like nothing super dramatic, like baby drama stuff and summer camp drama. Like,
Or like it happened, but you feel like you got resolution. And
yeah, like it was fine.
Yeah.
Like, and like, that's when I'm like, cool, I'm in. I like this. I'm in for this kind of thing. And the last little montage of this episode, I was like, I got those feelings of like, whoa, why am I'm having a good time? I'm happy. This never happened when watching The Valley. Do I want more of this? Do I want everyone to just have a good time and smoke a bowl and jump in the pool and have fun with their kids at gymnastics and talk about their childhoods instead of like 3-year-old
like more of that.
storylines and bullshit.
Okay, listen. The thing that I saw that I was like, there it is, and then you don't need the villain. I mean, you need someone that getting wasted and causing a ruckus, you know, but like you don't need
Brittany
an
will do that.
asshole.
Yeah.
And I'm not repeating this sentence because it was so gross, but like it was what it was. Lala's asking Michelle, like, you're pretty, like, she said, like, you're pretty
conservative. Do you ever get embarrassed?
You get embarrassed, yeah. And then she asks her a question that makes her get up and leave. Laughing, embarrassed, like, not get up and leave, like, storm off, but like, she's like, I'm out of here. And Schwartz thought it was the funniest thing. And then I'm like, you guys have known each other for probably 20 years now, or not that long, but like
at least a decade.
Yeah, like we are creeping into about at least a decade of friendship for them. And like I want to know who else talks to each other like this and laughs at each other and cracks like nasty jokes and like, and just like, it's that golf scene. I've posted in our community post forever because it's everything. It's that golf scene when all the kids at Vanderpump they're playing golf in, where are they, Costa Rica or Puerto Vallarta or where, I don't know, they're in Mexico somewhere. I can't remember for what. It is the most hysterical, like just these schmucks, like these morons just wasted. Tom Sandoval was, of course, like in his full, I think, what did Jack say? Jax was actually narrating it, and Jack's like, Sandoval pulls up.
That's right.
I think he spent $800 on his outfit, never golfed a day in his life. Schwartz is so wasted. He's making out with his bag. And it shows Schwartz like trying to open the bag to get the vodka. And then he breaks the bag and he's like, oh, Schwartz, you broke the bag again.
Wasn't it when they were on the golf carts? That was like
James Kennedy's
comedy.
like flying through the things. And like,
Yeah.
these are all assholes. Like James Kennedy, like, I'm not here to shill for James Kennedy, but like, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
It was so good. He was so drunk. And they're asking him, like, one of them finally asked, like, did you hook up with Kristen? He's like, I didn't. No, I didn't. Like, and he's so drunk.
Out.
It was so good.
Did they run over him too in the golf cart?
He was just like cutting people off, and like they're like, we're gonna get kicked off of this golf course. Like there was some, like Peter was there, so he was like taking it seriously, being like, you can't do that on the green.
Do you know what the other show had that moment, and it was so good? It was Roni when we were in like the golden years of Roni, and Bethany took everyone to tequila in Mexico.
Yeah.
She's like, I've got the A team. We drink for a living. Like, don't let me down, girls. And they have the best day. Ramona's face looks like Carpaccio because she just had that laser treatment before she came.
Yeah.
And everyone gets hammered, but it's the best hammered. They're skinny dipping. Luann keeps falling into the bush at the end of the night. Like nobody got hurt. Ramona apologized to Bethany for calling her a hua. And they're naked, apologizing, laughing. Sonia's got on Bethany's bathing suit, but backwards.
Yeah.
Inside out. Like it was just, you laughed or cried. It was better than Cats. And like those moments you only get when there's real history.
Exactly.
You only get when you've earned it.
You've been in the trenches with them.
That's right.
Like Lala and Schwartz, like they survived that final season where basically both of their lives are falling apart because Lala doesn't realize that, like, I mean, they're just 5 seconds ago, we were on one of the biggest shows in reality television. And now, like, I think this is over. And it was over. And none of us saw it coming. Like, it's over. And so she is freaking out, so pissed. And Tom is literally like not pissed enough. And but he's losing everything.
His restaurants, his marriage. He was like a country western song. Like, my wife left me, my dog died, my bar closed.
But like, hey, I can get a beer. Yeah, I'm down to get a beer. Like, just so nice and like
still bringing gifts to your housewarming party.
Still bringing plants. Oh my God.
Pat Clark Schwartz would bring you a plant.
Dude, I'm telling you, get Stassi back in here. Get them back, man. I don't
get the band back together.
Here's the thing, and it's gonna now. It's like I'm basically taking everything back. Like, I like Michelle. Michelle's not fun. Like, this isn't fun. Like, when I see Michelle and Brittany and anyone else, like, because Nia's so sweet. I love Nia. I want her to be with the assholes, though. I like, but then there's just it just seems like a lot of G-rated fun when these girls are hanging out together, and I just want some debauchery and some like just truly like
I need someone to fall in a bush.
I do.
But
No, I
funny fall in the bush.
Yes.
Yeah, like funny fall. Like that's what I mean. Like the pool, like it just got funny. Like Michelle was literally standing in the little jacuzzi thing by herself, just like wiggle dancing.
See, okay, I didn't mean to say that Michelle wasn't. I was just thinking about like when I do
No,
see
I know
these
what you
girls
mean, though.
together,
I know
even
what you
in
mean
their
about the
best
G-rated
scenes, I'm
stuff.
like,
Yeah.
this is not Vanderpump like
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
you know?
But the
I
fun,
think-
like the fun of it.
Yeah.
Like I want to see what a 42-minute reality show that's comes from a place of like comedy. We're going to do a
Yeah.
reality show with these friends. They're funny as hell. And we're going to focus on all the funny shit that happens. Cool. There's going to be some drama. There's going to be some things that we're,
Yeah.
but the show is a comedy. We're going,
Yes.
we're pitching it. We're coming at it from the place of funny and a comedy. These friends are funny friends and we're going to be funny. And once in a while, there'll be some shit, but it's going to be funny. And
Okay.
even the resolution of the shit is probably going to be a joke that somebody,
Laughing through the tears.
yeah, fires off and is like, fuck it, this guy, da da da. And they're like, dude, off, let's go smoke weed and jump in the pool.
Okay, so there's two things about this. Number one, I think what you're alluding to, there's a thing called a force multiplier. And it's like someone who comes in and they've just got so much energy. It just, like, they're so powerful.
Yeah.
It helps elevate everyone else.
Yeah.
Lala is that kind of person.
Yeah.
We need more of that because when you've got the Brittany's, the Michelles, they're all tonally the same.
Yeah.
And so you're wanting, as am I, just those people that are going to come and move story, but also like get funny and
Yeah.
loose and whatever. There was a show on Bravo called Get a Room. It was with Tom and Carson Kressley, the two of the original Queer Eye from the
Yeah.
Queer Eye for the Straight Guy guys. And when I tell you, it was a reality TV like design show. It was laugh out loud, crying funny because Tom is like a real designer, right? And Carson was essentially like his stage. And he got his own little project and Tom would, do someone's house and they're like, oh, Carson, you're going to do this, someone's shed. And Carson Kressley is like, he could be to me, he could be a stand-up comedian. He is so funny. And there was one episode, I remember I recorded it and I will still go back. Like it's on my phone and I will go back and watch it. He's in someone's house and they had this horrible like metal paneling on the side of their fireplace. And Carson's like, well, this is interesting. Do you just keep things in here? And he goes to turn it and he ripped the paneling off the wall because he thought it was a door. Like,
Yeah.
it's so ugly. It needs to serve like a functional purpose.
Yeah.
And so he's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to break that. And then when he goes out for his confessional, he's like, that design is a crime against humanity. I'm looking into pressing charges and the police should be here soon. And I know it doesn't, like, in the retelling of it, I think I might have really flopped.
I know. I'm like,
But-
is that the?
What's happening?
But it was, this is Mike's.
Maybe give
please-
it a British accent
Yeah, like-
and give it a little bit drunk, and this
Please-
will be a lot funnier.
Please don't make this be
Where's
your
Jeanette
presentation
Allen?
for a funny
sorry.
show that we all want.
Mike, tell your truck story again.
Jesus Christ.
No, I just mean that, like, it really was, whatever. If you saw Get a Room with Tom, even the name, it was just so funny. And like, Carson was always coming in because they have history and he was always just like doing things that Tom's like, I don't have time to do this. Like, I'm designing a real room. And it was just, it was fun.
Sounds
It was
hilarious.
great. People got a new room. And I get that it's a design show and we need other things because it's a reality TV show. But there is something to having parasocial relationships with these people and laughing your tits off.
But there's also something to part of reality and life is laughing and
100%.
being funny and jokes. And like, there are funny groups of people. I would like a reality show to be produced from that lens and that starting point of like, no, it's a comedy. We're doing a comedy.
I don't know how, like, are there directors in reality TV? Like, I don't.
Listen, we're getting into shady gray areas with unions. Not really.
Okay. So whoever is in charge of the ship, I guess if it's just the showrunner that kind of acts as some kind of gives direction, I think that it would really benefit them to take these kids on a trip to like Mexico or go to the same place that the other dudes play golf. Like, it clearly works. And give them a talk beforehand that it's just like, this is for you guys to let loose. don't worry about like, because listen, you obviously they're expected to bring some heat. They're expected to have confrontation, conflict resolution, all the things like, and that's the nice way of putting it. Basically, they're, everyone's encouraged to get drunk and punch a bitch. But I think that they should tell them like, this is just for you guys to just chill out and just get wasted and like go. We have all these things for you guys to do. And like, don't worry about like, I know that you still have a problem with him. It's not for here. Like, let's find the real like thing that is holding you guys together.
Why you became friends.
The bond. And if maybe you guys, maybe this show has caused some of those bonds to break. Let's just see if you all can remember why you did have that magic in the beginning. Because then they can fight, and then things like a fight is so much more earned and so much better to watch. And like right now, all these conversations that Janet is having, they mean nothing to me because I know that she means nothing to the people that she's having them with. And I know that those people are not people that Janet wants to hang out with either. She can't wait to rap today and get the out of here, And like, that's just not what we want to watch. It's really that simple. It's truly that simple.
Yeah, that part of it's becoming uncomfortable. And nobody wants to watch uncomfortable, like you just said. I think that another bonus of that idea is, and maybe this is what Shep tried to do on Southern Charm, when taking them to that retreat.
The healing trip.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he kind of went into it with the healing. But if you go into it with, like you said, like, no, this is not a trip for apologies or makeups. If you are expecting an apology, get rid of it for the next 7 days. If you are due to give an apology, you're off the hook for 7 days, right?
If you want to yell at somebody,
not happening for 7 days. If you need to take a yelling, like you're not gonna. It's not. We're good. Just 7 days. We're gonna have fun. Everyone would have fun, most likely, and then on day 5 or 6, then everyone's bonded, having a good time, so great, and then it's like, dude, Janet, why did you do that thing?
Yeah.
And now Janet's coming from a real place of like, I don't know. I didn't know how the camera, the show, I felt the thing. Jason.
Because I just wanted this.
I wanted this. I was nervous.
Fun,
I felt like I was getting,
Yeah.
And then that person can be like, all right, I understand that. And this made me feel it. Then they can do the Courtney apology, which is like unicorn apology. Perfect. But it would happen. And like, everyone would be coming from a place of love and happiness. And we just spent 6 days just having the best time of our lives, remembering why we're friends, remembering why we're like each other.
Yeah.
And the problems would probably get solved by taking a trip where it's like, no, we're not allowed to solve any problems on this trip.
Yeah.
You can do it day 8 when we're back in LA. It would probably do everything. And we would be back to like normal, not doing crazy, dumb stories.
And you could get in a fight on this trip, but it's because you got so drunk and you guys started fighting about something that like, did that even happen? Yeah. I don't like it like a fight that like had nothing to do with all the bullshit that we've been seeing of you two for how like it would, because if you are gonna go on a trip like that and get that, I do feel like someone's gonna pop off about something, but like it would be such a more entertaining fight than like any of this bullshit that we've been forced to watch.
New fight.
Yeah, a brand new fights only.
Brand new fights only.
Yeah. If you've told anybody about this, if you've already told the friend group you're pissed about something, then that does not qualify.
Yeah, the beginning of this agitation has had to have happened from the time we were all on the plane.
Yeah.
And moving forward until we get back on the plane.
You know how when you maritime law, it like once you hit the waters, you can drink at 18, but like whatever. I feel like those are our rules. Like once you hit the water, it's from that moment on. Yeah. You can new fights, new whatever, but.
And if you want to have an old fight, you both have to do it with a Jamaican accent.
In a costume.
Yes.
Speaking of costumes, sorry, last thing I know, you say I do this all the time. I'm really looking forward to the drag contest in San Diego.
I'm not.
Really?
No, I think it's so lame.
Funny.
No, I only want to see it if it's Tom Sandoval and Tom Schwartz.
No, because they
Bring
did
Sandoval.
flashback.
Get Sandoval back on the show.
No, because they flashed back to Schwartz.
No, you're gonna regret.
No,
that.
I'm not gonna regret. I've been saying this for a minute. I just remembered. I forgot that I had already said this. So this isn't a new fight.
No, Kristen said Schwartzy was the most horrific, like disgusting looking drag queen she's ever seen.
Yeah,
And
don't
I
you
was like,
remember they flashed
I
back?
don't. But then they flashed back,
Oh.
and I was like, oh my God, he looks like a witch.
Same trip that is also the funniest thing ever. I think that trip might have been like a engagement.
Yeah.
And then they do drag on that trip too. And then Tom Sandoval's like, Wes, they're all so drunk. And he's like standing up for Schwartz saying something like, he's a battered wife or something. Like, stop, get off. He was so serious. It was such a serious fight. He was yelling at Katie Maloney being like, you're such an asshole to Tom. He's such a good guy. He's like a battered wife. Look at him. And he pushes the door open and Tom's sitting on the toilet. And he's in drag, so he has like his dress like down here, and he's just like looks up and goes.
We had it so good for a
From
moment,
the moment
in time.
when Tom said, and now we're jumping around.
And then Katie Maloney was like so used to just like everyone talking so much shit to her that she'd be like, okay, anybody else would get up and be like, don't talk to me that way, but Katie Maloney was like, oh. Because they all just talk so much shit to everyone, to each other. It's so good. Or bring the people back and just throw them in the valley. Okay, from last week, well, I guess it's been 2 weeks now, but the vibe in the comments from last episode is, let's see. First one is the strongest theme this week is viewers saying they're tired of Janet and Jason revisiting the same Danny conflict storyline again. I think we've...
Here.
Yeah, here. That is from Rebecca Krakow, Fishing Gal, Catsky. I know. I'm so glad that you corrected us because I would have said Catsky for the rest of my life. And she's like, it's actually Catsky.
Her soul dog.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's really good. Mary Ayika and Just Jade. They're just the reactions were repeating last season drama, trying to prove that they were right all along, relying on issues for relevance and dragging resolved conflicts back on screen. One commenter summed it up as Jason and Janet's only storyline once again is Nia and Danny. It's like Craig Conover all over again. What would they do to Craig? They would have a field day on him. This is child's play. Okay, the next thing is split. It's a split audience on whether Danny's behavior is actually the issue. That's from Partial Arts Black Belt, Vex Raiders, and Catsky. Yeah, some viewers think Danny's drinking still matters. Others think Jason's criticism is hypocritical.
I think Jason's behavior is a massive issue, but I also think like there's got to be something to Danny's behavior and like the fact that he has curtailed his drinking. But I just don't know if it's as whatever.
No, I know. Okay, the next one. The viewers are skeptical about Brittany's new relationship, and that's Nettie and Rones. Just questioning Brittany's new relationship and the pacing and motivation. Feels rushed, feels storyline driven, partner mismatch concern, social group disconnect. One person said contrived and desperate for storyline. Next one is Brandon is triggered early red flag reactions.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Brandon is triggering.
I agree.
Yeah.
Completely.
That's Rones, Palava Girl, and Lisa Thames. Oh, then this is actually, okay. There was one part from this episode that we didn't talk about where Brandon tells Kristen to be cool to Janet and Kristen's like, yeah, that's not it.
You just got here, bro.
Yeah.
That was the moment that we didn't talk about, but that is literally the moment I was like, all right, I'm good, bro. You need to chill.
Clocked it from
The
jump.
freak
Thank you
out.
and good day.
I understood what you were saying though, because I did think everything that he was doing was fine. It was just like, I've been around these parts for too long. I know your type.
That's
Your
right.
kind.
And
yeah.
it wasn't like the fact that he was saying anything bad. He wasn't. And
No.
quite frankly, he didn't say anything bad to Kristen, but it's not your place to say these things.
No, but he did say some bullshit to Kristen. He cut her off like he was her father and was like, no, I'm asking you to do it.
Yeah.
You don't have to ask her, Kristen, to do anything for Brittany. Kristen does things for Brittany that you'll never even dream about doing.
Kristen was here the day Brittany got off the boat,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly. Like that was just I'm so glad that you did that early because that is like anybody saw that. If anyone saw that and didn't go, I don't want to be your friend because I think you're probably a dude and weird. Okay, wait. I what do you know? My notes app crashed. Growing support for Lacey, and that's from Carrie Peacock and Mary Ayika. Lacey continues shifting from neutral to positive perception territory. Viewers notated involvement with causes, emotional steadiness, Kristen's trust in her. Oh yeah, Kristen. Wait, Kristen. Wait,
Kristen likes Lacey.
Oh, she does.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
she is like, okay, I did.
Yeah.
I think I missed that. Improved impressions over time. Just one commenter just said she's growing on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
And she's a prepper. So
Really growing on me.
you're all gonna wish that she'd grown on you one day when we're all
Yeah,
trying to break into her
exactly.
bunker. Some viewers think Michelle is stirring production level drama. That's Johnny Smiles and Fishing Gal. I can't tell if Johnny Smiles is just dicking around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny, you being facetious.
Yeah. Misrepresenting conversations, playing telephone with cast members, escalating conflicts indirectly. That was weird, that relay job she did, but
I
think
also think it was editing.
I think that we just didn't get to see everything.
That's right.
And they're really reaching for shit. If that's already happening in such dumb, pointless shit.
That's
like,
right.
Yeah. Viewers want new storylines. That's Ningy Ding, Shannon Fall, and Paul Manelli. Just audience fatigue with recycled conflicts. They talk about Danny's storyline repetition, Janet Jason dominance, too much baby related tension.
Yeah.
I know that's a thing, but like I can't do this. Like I said it at the top, I can't do postpartum, and Nia lives in the middle of nowhere, and has 500 kids hanging off of her boobs and the new fake boob chest on. I can't. I will. I don't want to. They said I don't want to go back to Janet's old nut jobness. Okay. Postpartum empathy continues for Nia. That was Nettie and Ningy Ding. Never mind what I just said. They're defending Nia around relationship expectations and recovery timing, talking about childbirth recovery, partner expectations, physical and emotional strain. One commenter summed it up just by simply saying, she just had a baby. Okay, fine. Funniest comments go to Jen O'Toole, Johnny Smiles, McFix, and Shannon Fall. And Ningy Ding. That was so good that they added a sixth one. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, never mind. Just still 5. Okay, and then the
Shouldn't it just be top 3? Gold, silver, and bronze?
I need to tell Chad,
Yeah, you
like,
need to
listen,
tell the
you're
robot.
doing a little, you're doing
the
too
most.
much. Yeah. Wildest comment was Rones. It's the theory that Brandon may follow the same arc as Brock Davies, initial agenda-driven entry into the cast before becoming more accepted later. Well, he's not.
I was going to say he would, but he doesn't
But
stick
like,
around.
no, but I do. I love someone who could bring back like an arc like that, like a specific type, and like, yeah.
Same.
So much promise, but you didn't have a. You didn't,
I only wanna
you
be
didn't have a man bun and the muscles.
And the muscles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the accent.
And the kid with the girl on the show. He also had a kid with the girl on the show.
The girl,
Brendan's trying.
Sheena would fall over right now if she just heard that she's now the girl on the show.
I love talking about these shows, period. But I love talking about these shows with people who can give me historical context. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's why I was saying with the Scamanda stuff, how Dave Portnoy keeps chiming in. I'm like, tell me who Everett is and why watermelons are important to this storyline. And then I will take your opinion seriously. Like Hara said, our culture is not your costume.
It's true. It's just that it all depends on who he's talking about.
Totally. No, and
Ever
it's
since
funny.
he called Amanda Batuglia, I cannot see her as anything else. Every time I see her, I want to say Amanda Batuglia. I don't even know how he came up with that. Just so random, and like, so he got one on over.
He did,
on me,
100%.
And yeah.
Fishing gal. I got my pizza and beer. No better way to spend my Friday evening.
The best.
We should also tell her that we started eating Dots again, literally because of her. Like we ordered Dots. What, you ate them all?
It's literally what I'm doing right now.
Oh.
You interrupted.
Oh,
my
I'm so.
whole thing.
Oh, okay.
We got dots.
Hold on. No,
but
let's
I
start
ate them
over.
all.
Just start over because
No, it's funnier that way.
Yeah, it is funny.
It's just that it's been like literally 3 or 4 weeks and no one has said anything.
No,
so
I told her in the comments, and now I was literally just going to tell her that we got dots, but I literally ate them all before we started. But we got dots.
But you know what they did
If
this
you
time?
heard
They
it
got the
from
individual serving bags, so
here.
Mike just eats multiple of the mini
Because
bags.
there's not enough in the one bag.
no, I also just get weirded out by like we're always just like grab. Like those bags are huge.
I wash my hands.
It's not. It's just in general. Like I like a single serving, and I understand it's better for the environment. But I also eat less that way too, and that's good for my environment to eat less.
Sandy Gordon really enjoyed the story about Nigel buying a vineyard. It's a great story. I wish I told it better, but Ningy, this is a long one, so I'm not gonna read the whole thing. I'm gonna read 2 parts of it.
You'll tell a Nigel story, but you won't read a long comment.
You'll tell a Nigel story, but you won't laugh at my interior design comedy show, you jerk off.
Wait, what did you say to me?
It was so funny.
No, then it's...
They're criminal. I'm looking at pressing charges. I'm doing a citizen's arrest. So good.
No, there's a scene in Grace and Frankie that like lives in my head all the time, and every time I think of it, it's so funny. And like I'll say it right now, and it's not gonna be funny at all. Like Lily gets in bed with Jane, and Jane wants her to go back to her own room, and Lily won't leave, and she's trying to kick her out with her foot. And they're old ladies, you know, and she's like trying to kick her out, and then Lily just goes, "Squatters' rights!"
See, so cute.
That's funny. Ningy, I don't care about anyone on the valley. I'm simply using this show as a break from the deep emotional turmoil of Summer House. And then she breaks down everybody, which is good if you want to go read it. But I thought that was funny. We all needed a break from Summer House.
Did anyone ever think they would say, I needed a break from Summer House, so I'm watching The Valley to relax?
Maybe not that second part. I think only Harrison and I see you, thought about this, and maybe that's because we're weird, but whatever. I couldn't tell if there was some sexual tension between Lala and Michelle, or if I'm reaching and there was just sexual tension between Michelle and her rack of ribs, and Lala and her rack of ribs. Ribs make me sexual, so who knows? You and me both, buddy. I will do some stuff to ribs.
Okay.
Shannon Fall, love a Y2K themed bar. My profile pic is from a Y2K Spirit Day. I'm all for it. Spice Girls era. And now I feel bad for shitting on Y2K. Cute profile pic. Mary I Hicka Kent. Yay. Oh my gosh, you guys. I took notes this episode. I broke it down by sections. What have you become? My overall take, I did not miss Janet at all. Bye, girl. I just loved it. Mary's taking notes.
Mary, where do you live?
So funny.
Do you ever visit
Los Angeles?
Seriously. We really need to get somebody mentioned a cruise. I think maybe Truth for Peace mentioned a cruise. We also did Itchy Grass. We need to do Itchy Grass.
Promised me a lot of things.
Yeah, that's
okay?
true. That's Truth for Peace for
Yeah,
Freedom.
we're too soon. You can't
I
make it
know.
up right now.
Well, we're not going to forget about her just because she's
obviously
doing
not,
some
but
stuff.
No, but I just need to know. I need to know more. I emailed her and I haven't heard back, and it's been like a week, and I need to know what's happening because I need to know.
Just knock twice if you're okay.
Yeah, Fishing Gal about Jason and Janet. Their only storyline, once again, is Nia and Danny. I don't know why I'm combining everybody's names. So weird. Vex Raiders. Jason's hypocrisy is off the chart. Oh, this is a good one. Jason's hypocrisy is off the charts by his behavior towards Danny and being such a hard ass, whereas when it comes to Jax and his repeated abusive rage texts, physical abuse, and emotional trauma that he caused Brittany, yet he still kept defending that guy and being his friend.
I had that one too. Excellent.
Such a good one.
Nailed it.
There's 2 actually, because this one is also good by Cat Sky. How is Jason the only person that somehow knows all these other things that Danny has done in the past? If he did know anything, there's no way he wouldn't have used it by now. Now would be the perfect time to say it so that Jason's family is out of the hole they dug themselves.
Yeah, I think I had that one too.
Oh, so great point.
Yeah, Kat's coming with the heat. She is.
I know.
This was funny. Just Jade, 5598. This was a great episode. Janet wasn't in it once. Now we just needed Jason out of it, and it would have been the perfect episode. Funny stuff.
Okay. So someone goes, if Jesse leaked the audio, I'd honestly understand. It was the only opportunity he was ever going to have for me to listen to anything he recorded more than once.
That's true. That's true.
That's funny.
I played his song in the office the other day.
And
People did not enjoy it.
there you go.
Deborah Traeger, I'm feeling Luke will go back to the farm part-time. And I think maybe you're not wrong, which is a bummer, but whatever.
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah, totally. Nettie, wow, I would hate a man that throws in my face having sacrificed to move to share a life with me. You, be a man, bro. How does anyone get married these days if that's what's out there? Shut the up. She just had a baby, and he's talking about sacrifices.
I've been able to go fishing.
I love Nettie.
Nettie, you're right.
And then last one for my other love, McFix. Also, you're starting to piss me off. You guys are doing a little too good in the off season with your little Dallas Cowboys and all your signings and your bullshit. So maybe we just chill out on that. I don't even think the Niners know it's off season, that they're supposed to be doing things. Anyways, McFix. If the pancakes ain't buttery and crispy around the edges, yet fluffy in the middle, I don't want it. And that's
Agreed. Concur.
like that's the best. That's the robots should have picked that one as the number one comment.
McFix, do you ever have to come around here for work? I would love to have a champagne brunch mimosa with
told McFix, I go, when she
yeah.
comes to LA, she will come to my house and I will cook her dinner. And I will not murder you. I'm not a crazy person. That sounds very suspect.
Well, no,
She's
'cause-
making her own starter right now.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I know.
We
And
have to
she
go
is-
bonsaiing.
She just went to the bonsai community in her state. She said it's so relaxing.
Sorry, Mike, I just bit my toe.
Okay, I'm doing my commies.
Okay.
Jen O'Toole said a Y2K bar theme levels up soft bar to a Michelin star venue, which I thought was funny.
Yeah.
Carrie Peacock said, it's interesting hearing those things about Lacey being very involved with certain causes because actually in the last 2 episodes, she has grown on me. My initial impression was to dislike her, but maybe there really is something to Kristen saying she loves her. I do like Kristen, so she might be right about Lacey. And I agree.
Zack hangs out with her too. But I could see Zack just thinking she was like fun. So most people I give a lot of credit to for Zack hanging out with her. I didn't know if it wasn't just like, he's like, oh, I love her hair and I love she has good fashion. Like he might just be
She's
entertained
great
by that.
house, a pool.
Yeah, but like she is kind of racking them up. I see her out with more of them as we go.
Yeah, so I'm open. McFix also reminded me the person that I was mentioning last episode, who I said who's on Instagram, who's amazing and they're an amazing follow, is Joshua Doss. He does like all this statistics and like he just teaches you a lot and he's great and he's really cute. So follow him.
You know who else is a great follow? If you just like, if you're going to be one of those people that like, you know how some people post like 20 stories and you're like, oh my God, I cannot click. Like when the story's like a dot on top, it's Rod from Southern Charm. I don't know. He must spend hours finding the funniest shit and the most unique shit ever.
Oh, I love that.
So if you like stories, great. Rod is putting in the work.
Thank you. I would like to be a recipient of his work.
Yeah.
Just Jade said, I think Jasmine thinks the public doesn't like Lala, so she's trying to get on the good side of the public. Shannon Fall said, I think Lala brings big feisty energy and Jasmine feels she needs to knock her down a peg for joining the show. And I actually agree with both of you guys. I think she's trying to like push there because she knows, okay, this person's going to get attention. But I also think that she wants to like take her down a peg, like Shannon said.
That's another reason that I don't think that Lala and Zack, they seem to kind of bump to me a little bit. Like I just feel like it should be so much easier. They should both get along and they just kind of don't. And I think that they're very similar. And like when she was like talking about the receipts, like he's got a receipt list as long as like, so does Lala. Lala is very much a receipts person, but maybe Lala is it's more emphasis on like the cutting, like just to cut you to shreds when she only needs to bring a couple receipts because she's going to go so hard on those. There'll be nothing left by the time she gets to the third and fourth one. But like, I do wish that they would join forces, but seems like they don't. It seems like they don't need each other for anything. Yeah. But like, wouldn't that be great if you didn't need someone for something and you could just like powerhouse everyone? I don't know. Just a thought.
I'm with you. Joe Schmo said, I just can't believe this guy is a lawyer. I would not feel comfortable with him representing me for jaywalking. I just think that is so true.
He doesn't want to go back. That's why they're fighting so hard to stay here. Can you imagine? Jason's probably been able to like not work full time. Like, you couldn't really because you're doing the show. You got to be around to film. But like, these people don't want to go back to their old jobs. So they're like kind of freaking out.
Fighting for their lives.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have been a dick.
Well, like, subscribe, hype, and tell a friend.
All right. You guys, can you just check out Southern Hospitality, please? Just give
They're like, no, it sucks. Why are you guys checking it out?
All right, fine. Just go watch all our Summer House and all of our West Side Scamanos because they seem to be a real hit.
Listen,
or don't even watch Soho. Just like them all and leave a comment with like a heart or something.
Yeah, no, leave a bunch of comments about how hot Travis is. Because it would be hilarious. Because he's not going to watch this, so he won't know.
I can't handle it.
And then he will be so
Oh my God, that
in
would
a
be
good
hilarious.
mood, and he'll be reading all of his. Because Travis only reads comments if you mention him and you say something like, "Oh, I like Travis's take on this," or like, "Oh, Travis seemed really smart about that." Like he only reads those. So
Okay,
like,
no one's ever said Travis seemed really smart.
well,
about
whatever.
it.
Like some people are like, no, I no, they like it. Some people like him, but I think it would be hilarious if everybody went into the Soho and just left a shit ton of like, Travis, oh my God, I never thought of that. How are you so good looking and this smart?
That would be funny.
Don't you think it's hilarious that both of our... Go ahead.
But you guys won't stop talking.
Yeah, I was just going to say that I have a big day of work tomorrow also, okay? You are not the only one who had someone die in this hospital today. Joe Schmo, what movie? That both of our other hosts only read comments about themselves. I think that's so fabulous. I love it. Anyway, like, subscribe, hype, and tell a friend.
Oh, that's
The
right.
end. We're done.
No, Harris only reads the ones he wrote.
Or if someone else was like, Harris said.
Yeah.
He likes to read his own. He likes to quote himself, which I love.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to need Harris back next week because Mike's got a weird schedule.